All too often, we lead the news with reports of child abuse, with Kentucky falling far behind most of the nation when it comes to protecting children. That point was made clear again over the weekend when Lexington police discovered a 20-month-old boy had died apparently from violence and severe neglect.
Tonight, Fox 56 is diving deeper into how the state ranks when it comes to child abuse. Kylie Hill joins us in studio with the grim statistics and talks to some of the people who are trying to make a difference.
Yeah, 20-month-old Joshua Bowen was found dead in a Center Parkway home on Saturday morning. Court documents say the boy appeared to be malnourished and severely underweight and had also suffered a blunt force injury to his eye, which the police citation states as the possible cause of death. 22-year-old Kyle Gwendon and 27-year-old Brianna Johnson were both arrested at the scene. About 15 kids out of every 1,000 children in Kentucky experienced some form of maltreatment in 2021. That's according to a report by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services Children's Bureau.
Unfortunately, Kentucky is one of the worst states in the nation for the rate of child abuse and neglect.
That same report stating most child abuse victims in Kentucky were younger than 1 year old.
We have been #1 as recently as a few years ago, and we're still one of the worst in the nation. We're almost double the national average for the number of children who get abused and neglected here in Kentucky.
He says when talking about child abuse or neglect, that meaning can be very broad.
It can range from everything from a child just not getting enough food or not having appropriate clothing or not a safe place to sleep at night, all the way to very extreme cases of sexual and physical abuse.
CASA volunteers advocate through the family court system to ensure all victims of child abuse and neglect are safe and thrive in a permanent home, something Kleppinger says is a necessity.
Unfortunately, our family court system is so overloaded that social workers, judges, and attorneys all have many, many cases all at once, and they can't really dedicate as much time as a CASA volunteer can.
He adds, if you see or suspect a case of child neglect, call 911.
So that the authorities can help that child as quickly as possible. If you see some red flags or you think maybe something's going on, that's what the child abuse hotline is for. There's a statewide child abuse hotline.
Another way to help is to become a CASA volunteer. Brianna Johnson was charged with first-degree criminal abuse, and Kyle Gwendon has been charged with first-degree assault and first-degree criminal abuse in connection to 20-month-old Joshua Bowen's death. Both are in the Fayette County Detention Center.